This is an interview with Dr. Habib Sadeghi. He is the author of The Clarity Cleanse, and we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the book and how it came to be. Doctor, thanks for your time. What is the Clarity Cleanse?
First of all, thank you for being here, and it's such a privilege to host you in our healing sanctuary. Clarity Cleanse, it's really a way for me to give back. I've been very blessed, and quite a few people with different zone of influences, they've used my medical consultation and mentorship, and they've done really well. But I really want it to be accessible.
Well, and your healing sanctuary in Agoura Hills, California, is gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
The nose, okay, the aroma. It's like a fine wine in here. What sets you apart from other doctors? You have a unique perspective on healthcare, including, we'll talk about it, sardines, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that forward. You know, they're great, powerful masters, and we always stand on top of these mighty giants. But what sets Clarity Cleanse apart from what is available out there is this is the first book that actually looks at how our biography dictates our biology, how the things that we ignore and they clog up the cup of very existence, they contribute to our physiological terrain and the reason that we get sick.
What do you mean our biography?
The biography, the stories that we go through, the meaning that we create, how we grow up, the families that we land, the jobs that we have. I think that there is a correlation between what happens to us and what has occurred for us. I really look at human life as just a continuation of one river. What has occurred upstream in the river really affects what happens in the future downstream.
Would you say that today's healthcare is on target or it's off target and it needs to be readjusted? I just gave you a leading question.
Yeah, and I appreciate you framing it this way because the question really does the answering. We are off target, and all we got to do is, look, 1 in 2 men right now, they're getting cancer. Guess what? Between us, I've already been there. And I've published my own medical records from city of Doherty, the City of Hope at Doherty, California.
Which is known as one of the leading cancer centers in the world.
And I talk about how I walked away at the age of 26 with what was being presented to me, which was a 16-hour procedure of retroperitoneal lymphadenectomy, 4 cycles of chemotherapy, radiation.
They were going to cut out your guts.
They were going to cut me from my pubic bone all the way to my xiphi sternum, the breastbone. That's a 16-hour procedure. They take out all of what's referred to as para-aortic lymph nodes, and then they would do radiation and minimum 4 cycles of chemotherapy. And I'm here to tell you that I'm not an advocate. I'm not saying that that's for everybody. And remember, Mark, as I've shared with you on your radio show, I am a medical doctor. I do advocate, and there's a lot of blessing in our medical tools that we have, conventional medical tools. But when it comes to chronic diseases, we're failing and we are off target.
One of the other interesting things about this, and there's more that you can learn about the book on Late Night Health. LateNightHealth.com has Dr. Habib on our show, and he talks in detail about what's in the book and what's wrong with our healthcare system. Last question. You advocate a sardine diet.
Yeah, it's, I have never had sardine until I started researching.
You didn't grow up eating sardines?
I didn't grow up eating sardines. And once I started, I am a scientist. My background, I'm a microbiologist. I have equivalent to a master's degree in electrochemistry. And I say equivalent because I got into medical school and I never went back to complete my thesis and defend it. Academically, I completed the entire curriculum. And then I went to medical school. I'm a medical doctor. I was an attending at UCLA Santa Monica Hospital. I teach at Western University. I lecture all over. I have fellows and residents that I work with. So I started researching sardines, and it's the only food that when you look at it, per ounce, it's rich in many, many phytonutrients, N-acetylcysteine, glutathione, vitamin C, all the B complexes. But the most important thing is B12. And that's something that I really think that that's the root cause of a lot of diseases
And
currently.
it's also, you said to me the other day on the radio show that we have an epidemic of B12. What about an epidemic of D? Is there D in there?
There is a correlation, absolutely. Vitamin D is really a misnomer. Vitamin D should be considered a hormone.
Right.
If you look at it, vitamin D, cholesterol, testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, DHEA, really, everything that makes us vital, they have almost the same structure. And you can find it in sardines.
Wow. Well, the new name of the book is The Sardine Diet, but don't go by that. Go to Amazon and look up the Clarity Cleanse, because this is a combination of not only your mind, but also your body. I'm Mark Alyn for Late Night Health with Dr. Habib.